what you're saying. Nani? Get out my business, okay?
I am finished, good sir.
Thank you, good sir. Hey, chip chip cheerio and all that good stuff to you identifiers out in the ether. My name is Heero, that's Eric, and we are here to talk about the man getting his hand slapped, because that's all it really came out to be. But for all you guys that don't know, me and Eric were not big fans of the Dare thing back when it was out. They remember the lion who put on the shirt Dare? Eric, for 200, what is Dare? What's the acronym for Dare? The drug thing. What's the acronym? What is it?
I don't know.
There's people screaming at you right now, like it's the I don't know. I don't know. And tell us in the comment section below. But
I have no idea what.
I literally have no idea what that Dare represents. It's. I bet you how much. You know, I'm gonna Google it real quick. What do you think is Dare means?
I'm gonna quote Mr. Mackey. Drugs are bad, okay? That's all I know.
Drugs.
All I know is just say no and don't do drugs. That's all I know. I don't know none of the rest of that stuff. Dare, what it stood for. That's Nancy Reagan. Shout out to Reaganomics.
Oh,
y'all know y'all loved it in the 80s. It was the absolute best thing to happen to this country. Gosh darn it.
It's literally giving me the definition for drugs. Let me put in drugs. Dare program.
Did you put periods?
Dare says drugs, abuse, resistance, education. That's what Dare means. That is so bad.
Whack.
That is so bad. No wonder people got on fucking meth.
That was the whole point. The whole point was to get people. If you tell them no, they'll get curious and go do it, and then we can generate revenue by arresting them and making nonviolent crimes illegal. That is trash.
But
that is the definition of entrapment.
The worst part about it is that besides the fact that America is horrible at getting their American citizens to do anything in the realm of healthcare or even, science, we also ran into situations where back in 2018, 2019, before another pandemic, which was the one that we suffered through, there was another pandemic, and it was the opioid crisis. And the opioid crisis, unlike the crack epidemic,
with that, bro, miss me with that.
It's
That's a bunch of crap.
It's crazy to see how much love and concern and unadulterated back whipping that a bunch of people who got hooked on Oxycontin got. And now this is truly a sad situation. But man, when those people got crack introduced to them, they didn't get none of the love. In fact, they got sent to jail, Eric, right?
Yeah, mandatory minimums came into effect. 5 grams of rock cocaine was the equivalent of 500 grams of powder. Ooh, which people were more likely to have the powder versus the rock? We can figure that out. We got the statistics. This is a whole gimmick.
It's crazy to me that there's people that are going to be paid from a lawsuit that Johnson & Johnson decided to settle because their drugs were found to be overly addictive and prescribed on mass amounts.
You think?
So let's talk about this aspect, right? What is your feelings on this, Eric? Because we already know what the stats pan out. We already know there's disproportionate, and even in this pandemic, if you weren't being the only reason why black people probably didn't suffer disproportionately in this, which I don't believe, is because they didn't have the insurance to cover the copious amounts of drugs that were being forced down these poor people's throats.
It's not even the insurance so much as it is the cost of some of these things. And I'll tell you. So this is, man, how old am I? 30. I'll be 35 this year. When I was 18, 19 years old, I used to take prescription medication. And let me tell you something about this. You talk about something, you talking about building a codependency on something in a few days. It feels like your stomach is eating you on the inside if you don't take this medication. That's how it feels. And you got to think I'm 6'4", 175 pounds, and I'm taking heavy doses of Xanax and Valium. I'm just being completely transparent with you guys. This stuff is dangerous. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So much so that at 175 pounds, I ended up taking a Tylenol 5. Let me just tell you how dangerous that was. You're talking about dang near being a paralytic for somebody so frail. These things are dangerous. These are very, very dangerous. But to Hero's point, when these things became an issue for certain communities, it's a crisis. When crack was dumped into a neighborhood on purpose,
Black fathers ain't shit.
Because it was easy to manufacture and very, very addictive. Just as addictive as those pills. Chasing a high that you'll never ever get again. That's what I'm saying. And the disproportionate amount of people that are affected that are poor, underserved, minority, whatever group you want to classify, this is a problem because these people get strung out. These people get strung out on this stuff. It is a huge issue. But do I feel bad? I don't know. Here I got mixed feelings, man. Am I a terrible human being? Having mixed feelings about
if you're gonna be mad, I'll say this: if you're gonna be mad at anybody, because me and Eric are all about personal responsibility, right?
Yep.
But you know, it's hard to say that to someone who would be willing to put their lips around a fucking gun to get a hit. It's hard to say that to someone that's willing to do that. Yeah. But if you're gonna be angry at anybody, let's be angry at two people. Actually, three. Let's be angry at the district attorney of New York who only went out for a measly $9 million settlement when this company made $90 billion last year. Let's also be angry at the lawyers who woefully defended these people and will be taking 2/3 of the buyout. So any of the victims who are supposed to be getting help and support won't see nothing but 1/3, and that's damn sure after taxes. And finally,
hold on, a third of 230 million,
a third of $9 million.
So where's this $230 million going?
To pay out for finances, fees, lawyer fees, and also because it's part of the settlement regiment form, because they're shutting down factories to pay off the factory workers who are losing their jobs.
No. That's unacceptable.
It is literally the price.
Unfathomable.
It is literally the price of doing business. They made $90 billion for $200-some million.
That's called risk management. They are not tripping on that.
Yeah, they're not losing any sleep.
They're not feeling that, bro. This is a problem. To Hero's point, this is what we call an absolute slap on the wrist. You didn't even pay $230 million out of $90 billion. $1 billion would have been 11%. $1 billion would have been 11%. $230 million? That's like it's barely 2%. So you can make $90 billion and then take a 2% loss, and people lives were ruined.
Thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. You could say millions of people died from this pandemic in that epidemic in the last 5 years. There was a story in West Virginia where a lady was given 900 oxycodone pills. 900.
For what? What was so bad in her life that she needed 900? This is asking her to build a codependency and destroy herself on those things. Like, why? What did she do? Did she sell them? Did she OD on them? Those are the only two options she had with 900 pills. What's up?
The thing, and the last person you're gonna be angry at is Johnson & Johnson for making this woeful claim that they're gonna stop making oxycodone pills and other painkiller type drugs as if they had an option, because they've been barred from making it in almost every civilized country. But the thing that you have to remember is money protects money, and in this rare occasion, you know where they're gonna be making and selling their pills now?
Where?
Third world countries. Because if anyone needs some relief from pain, it's someone who probably doesn't have electricity or running water. It's probably somebody in a suffrage movement or hasn't eaten a meal in 13 days. Johnson & Johnson and other big corporations need to be stopped. I'm not sure how that's going to happen, but as long as we are around, me and Eric, we're going to continue to talk about it. So if you enjoyed this story, if you thought it was relevant, if you found it to be interesting, tell us what you think. Tell us what you believe should have been the punishment for companies like this, besides, for all legal purposes, dragging the CEOs into the middle of the street in A-Town, stomping them to every little Wayne, every little John, and every Outkast song in 4 different albums. That's
but we don't condone violence. We
do not condone violence on the identity booth. But for everything else that we do condone, Eric, tell us about it.
Listen, what we do condone is you coming over to Twitch and rocking with us over here. Hard body, go ahead and make sure you hit that follow. Make sure you do not turn the notification off because it goes on automatically. Then you can go over to our faithful side piece YouTube. Make sure you sub. Make sure you hit the post noti. Make sure you swim down in that comment section. We love that. We appreciate that. Then make sure you go down in that description box. You look, hit the donate. Donate to us, man. We are a worthy cause. We spreading the message of love, identifying with people and whatnot. Make sure you hit that link tree and go over there, show us some love on Anchor, man. They dropping coins in the bucket, so we gotta get some support over there on Anchor, man. We like Visa. We everywhere you need to be, my hero.
Hey, we like you. We love you. Share, subscribe. You guys know the routine. Take care of yourself. Put on your goddamn mask. Go get your shot or whatever the hell you do. But be good to somebody other than yourself. Stick around for the next show. Peace.
But it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working overtime. And I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down and we can catch the vibes.